Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek at Old Pueblo Coin, and today I have some paper money to show you that I received in, and it's graded. So we're going to talk a little bit about grading on some of these banknotes here, and it's interesting because some of these things are graded a little more loosely, I think, in a way than they used to be. And I've talked about this before, that the grading of these banknotes used to be really strict, and then they got silly strict, and then they got back to, I think, a little bit more normal. This note they called a VF25. This is a note that has a lot of wear to it, and when you look up close, you'll see just a lot of wrinkles and dirtiness in general to the banknote. And so your VF25 on a note like this, you look at a note that trades pretty consistently in the 500, pardon me, it's a $500 bill, right? So what's interesting is it looks like there's a tear right there. Is that a tear? Gotta get the light right. Possibly a tear and a repair, or did it not go through? Well, maybe it didn't go through. So let's try this again. It's a $500 bill. In VF, middle VF, they trade pretty consistently for $1,100 or $1,200. This is for a customer of mine. We sent these notes in on their standard service because the notes that I sent in on their economy service, I hope to have back by the time my children are out of college. This next note, the 1928, dark green seal. So the way that they break it down at PMG is they get the Friedberg number on there. That tells you in the Friedberg catalog where it sits, how it's numbered. They put the serial number on there. The block GA. Woods Melon is the signature combination. That's Woods, that's Melon. And this one they called a couple points higher. So it gives you a chance to go ahead and look at the two notes and see maybe what you think of the grading and if one should be higher than the other. One of the things about grading anything, notes or coins, is that you take the opportunity when you can to compare grades and items and just look and see. A part of me thinks I almost would have graded these notes the same. This one, they also put the note on here that there's stains on the note, so that will affect the overall value. Usually the stains will. Stains, pinholes, tears, they're referring to these stains over here. But typically a note like this is going to trade for over $2,000 in this market. These high denomination notes are super popular. I do believe they're an area where you're just going to continue to see them rise up in value. It just seems like, doesn't seem like they're anywhere near the top yet. So next I have a note that is kind of a fun note. I don't get much in the way of military payment certificates. Most of the ones I do get in are not that great of condition. I went ahead and sent this one in to get it certified. Military payment certificate, nice and bold, for use only in the United States military establishments by United States authorized personnel in accordance with applicable rules and regulations. We get it. It's a big deal. So I love looking at the seal. Looks super bold, but then I've always liked these designs that are put on the banknotes. Just, they look cool from a distance. They look cool up close. Exceptional paper quality. Mint state 65, gem uncirculated EPQs at exceptional paper quality. This is the series number, so series 471, it pops up on here. There's other smaller things, like this is their catalog number, S817-1. They put the serial number on there. They put the block 27. And of course, it actually says the same thing on both sides of the note. And what's interesting about this note is the population's fairly low. I think that there was only 5 graded 65, but there's like 16 or 17 graded higher. They don't trade very often, so it'll be interesting to see how close the green sheet is to the actual value. The green sheet lists the note at $700. So it'll be interesting to see if we can get that for it, or if we can get more for it. Like I said, they don't trade very frequently. You don't see these notes in that high of grade often. And one of the things that you don't see often are these larger denominations. This $10 note is basically the same size as normal US currency, whereas most of the MPC that we see are like half the size of this, and they'll be fractionals. They'll be 10 cent, 25 cent, 50 cent. You rarely see the $10, 5, 10, and $20 notes. At least I don't see them often. For those of you who specialize, you obviously see them all the time. So, but I thought this was a really fun note to show you. One of the few times that I've used PMG, I haven't sent notes in for grading in quite some time. And maybe if I can get some more good inventory in, we'll do that a little bit more often. So let me know what you think of these notes, guys. Let me know if you collect MPC. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Ben, the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the button in the corner and watch more videos on the right side of the screen.